A very good morning, my dear students. My name is Yuvas Tiwari, and on behalf of Devi Public School, High School Siliari, I welcome you all. And very soon, your class 10 C.G.Board examination is going to start. For your revision, I have already uploaded MCQ questions, multiple choice questions, part 1 and part 2. 15 marks question, very important. Quick revision, it will just take 15 minutes. Go through part 1 and 2 before your examination. And especially for your 10 marks, 2 marks question, there will be 5 questions of 2 marks, and the 10 marks, it is very important and very easy to get 2 marks if you write properly to the point. So without wasting your time, let's start the revision and use your headphone, go through the questions, right? First, what I will just read the question and answer without explanation, right? What do you mean by environmental source function? Write the detail about coal production in production of India. Natural resources are the main elements of development. Agriculture, mining, production depend on natural resources. The natural resources are very much useful for economics. Major coal deposits of India are in eastern part. Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha are the important coal production states. The coal of these areas is useful for transportation and power in industries and other fields. Why is it necessary to compare production increase with population? Increase in production has to be compared with the increase in population, because by this we can find out whether in production in crops is increasing in the same proportion or not. If food production is increasing in proportion or more than population grown, then there will be no problem of food shortage. Give the definition of mineral. All those natural materials which are found underground after digging process. For example, stones, coal, iron ores, etc. What are the functions of government which help in reducing poverty? Daily wages, food items at minimum prices, measures to remove malnutrition are functions government do to reduce poverty. What do you mean by Cold War? Cold War is that war in which actual war doesn't take place, but the situation of war is created. There is always mutual suspicion of war among nations. What is endosulfan? Endosulfan is a serious insecticide. Why is electric facilities given by government? The electric facility is given by government for public welfare. Name two indicators of measurement of development. The main indicators of major development are national income, health, education, public facilities, and proper environment. What is the meaning of net sown area? The land on which the crops are grown is called net sown area. Who established democratic secular state in Turkey? Under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk on 29 October 1923, democratic secular state was established. याद रखना, मुस्तफ़ा MUSTAFA, कमाल KAMAL, अटर्क ATTATURK. What is credit? Credit is a state at which a company or person can get loan from bank. Coal is what type of resources? Coal is non-renewable resource. When Munich Pact was signed, Munich Pact was signed in Germany on 29 September 1938. By which types of tax government gets more income? Government gets more income from indirect tax. Which country is known as country of island? Indonesia is known as country of island. Next question. When did Indonesia get freedom? Indonesia got freedom on 27th December 1942. In which two groups the Cold War was held? The Cold War was held in between the leaders of America and Soviet Union. What is secret voting? Secret voting refers to that kind of voting in which it is not seen that to whom the vote went. The voting may be through electronic machine or ballot paper. What are the means of communication? The means of communication are newspaper, TV, radio, internet, mobile, etc. Which right can be used to check corruption? Right to information can be used to check corruption. What do you mean by residue? After production of goods, whatever waste material left which we throw are called residues. What are biotic resources? The resources that are based on organisms are called biotic resources such as fish, wood, coal, mineral oil and animal life. What does life expectancy show? During life expectancy, it is shown how much is the age limit of a person. It shows or it is shown that up to how many days a person can be alive. Explain gross domestic product. GDP or gross domestic product is the value of total production of goods and services of a country in a financial year. What is biotechnology? In biotechnology, many basic levels of life forms are manipulated so that specific properties can be produced in them. What is green revolution? Green revolution is a method of farming which had led to considerable increase in agricultural production in certain cereals, especially wheat is a result of the use of new improved variety of seeds, chemical fertilizers and irrigation facilities. What was the Declaration of Lenin regarding land? In the Declaration of Lenin, nationalization of land of owners and distribution of land among the farmers was declared. Which countries joined with Germany in Axis power? Italy and Japan joined Germany with Axis power, in which accounts to the money of customers deposited. Money of customers is deposited in saving accounts, fixed deposit and recurring accounts. What is money? Money is that which is accepted for any purchase or sale. It is the cheapest mode of transaction. Right to aims of foreign policies of Hitler. The aims of foreign policies of Hitler were to end the disgraceful terms of Treaty of Versailles, to make expansion of territories of Germany which she lost in the World War. Right, the difference between import and export tax. Import tax. Import tax is that tax which is imposed on goods which are brought from other countries to our own country. And beta, this is export tax. This column it is for export tax. So export tax is that tax which is imposed on goods which are sent from home country to some other country. What do you mean by Cold War? Cold War is that war in which actual war doesn't take place, but the situation of there is created and there is always mutual suspicion prevalent among the nations. It seemed that war was going to take place between powerful nations, but actual war did not take place. In what areas solar energy is used? Solar energy is used in industries, factories, solar heater and solar cooker at home. What is the correct process of collecting income tax? The income tax should be collected on the basis of per capita income. Up to certain income, the tax should not be collected. If the income of the people increase, the tax should be increased. Why is budget necessary for government? In budget, why tax is discussed? For preparation of statement of income and expenditure of the government, budget is essential. In budget, there is provision of increase and decrease taxes. The government has to do some welfare work for people, for it requires money. How much money the government will get from taxes, how much will it spend on development work, everything is pre-decided and expected. Figures are presented in budget. So budget is essential for government. What measures must be taken for less damage due to open mines? After digging mines, it should be closed and trees must be planted. After some years, that land will be greener and environment can be saved. How Nigeria's birth took place. Britishers captured some places near Niger River and they called this country as Nigeria. What are the works of the government which are directly related to reduce poverty? To reduce poverty from the roots, the government will have to perform all the functions. For this, the government will have to see regular receipt of daily wages, food products at minimum price, measures to remove malnutrition, etc. What is colonialism? When any powerful nation captures any weak nation and control its economic and political activities. It is called imperialism, and the imperialist nation exploits the weak country economically and politically. Write the difference between income tax and excise tax. Income tax is a direct tax and excise tax is an indirect tax. Income tax is paid by a person who has income to the government. Excise tax is paid by producer to the government. Income tax is fixed according to the income of the person, and this fees or excise tax is collected by the government from the producer. Producer add it to the goods and get it from the consumer. Under what situation Japan surrendered? By 1945, all the Allied nations got victory over Germany and Italy. America dropped an atom bomb on Japanese city Hiroshima on August 1945. The city was totally destroyed, but Japan did not surrender. Another atom bomb was thrown on 9th August on the city of Nagasaki. This destroyed the whole of Japan, so she surrendered in the Second World War. So my dear student, this is the end of this revision of 2 marks question. Please use your headphone, and if you like this video lesson, especially if you like this video lesson, आप जितने भी लाइक माइंडेड स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, लाइक माइंडेड पर्सन होते हैं, यू कैन शेयर इट एंड यू कैन सब्सक्राइब टू दिस चैनल. अगर आपको लगता है कि बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है, कुछ बेनिफिट हो रहा है तो, लेकिन इसको अपने लाइक माइंडेड जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, लाइक माइंडेड पर्सन है, उनको ही शेयर करना, बिकॉज दिस इज़ नॉट फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट. पापा को अगर मम्मी को बोलोगे और उनके काम का नहीं रहेगा ना, तो वो आपको सुना देंगे. इसीलिए जिनको ज़रूरत है उन्हीं को ही शेयर करना और सब्सक्राइब करना, राइट. सो आई से गुड बाय टू यू. रिवाइज योर लेसन प्रॉपरली, and if you have any question you can ask me.